Hello, beautiful people of the Most High. Today is Wednesday, March 25th. It is 11:45 p.m. or 23:45 hours for our first responders and military folks out there using the 24-hour clock. So, I just wanted to talk to you tonight a little bit about gang stalking. And to bring you a prophetic word that is coming through from the Lord, that He told me to get on here and actually give you out of the book of Luke. But I have so many means to get this, information to you, to create and to make it like I made it in the very beginning. I mean, I have all the programs and apps and everything that I'm paying for to do that. But gang stalking is real. So when I get on here and I say, hey, there might be a fake me out there begging for money and doing all that, that's very real. I'm making light of it because of my temper, but I am really under a lot of attack. My accounts have been compromised. My computers are mirrored. I see pop-ups come up from the bottom that says back online, and then before I could click on it, it disappears. My phone is mirrored. I know I sound like I'm nuts, but I'm not. And that's what they want the world to think, that I am nuts, so that they can commit me. This is a spiritual battle. It is real, people. It is very real. We are living in the last days. I'm not the only one being attacked. All those that have been called and chosen by the Lord, that took the call, that answered the call, are under attack. Anybody that has given their life to the Lord and is out there doing His will right now during these days, they're under heavy spiritual attack. Okay, and we've got this false church that's telling everybody this is all in your mind. They're part of the gang stalk community as far as I'm concerned, because they're blowing it off. They're telling you this is not happening. You're crazy. You're imagining this. Just get along with your brother and sister. So I'm going to come out of the book of Luke, chapter 21. Okay? So I'm not going to read the whole chapter, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of information of what Jesus was doing at the time, and then I'll come from a certain passage. So He was talking to His disciples, just regular talk, giving them information and stuff. And there was a rich man and a poor woman. The rich man gave whatever he gave, but the poor woman gave a penny, and Jesus had told them, this woman has given more than this rich man, basically, because she gave all she had. Okay, so that's what was taking place at the time. And then His disciples wanted to know, hey, how will we know the signs of the time? And these are the words of Jesus. I know a lot of people, when I've come out of, the prophets from the Old Testament and the book of Revelations and everything about the end times and what's to come. That's why I wanted to come directly from the book of Luke, the words of Jesus as spoken to His disciples and as recorded. What He says are the signs of the time. So this is Luke chapter 21, verse 8. And He said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then He said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you, and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, with which your adversary shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you they shall cause to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not an hair of your head perish. In your patience possess ye your souls. And when ye shall see Jerusalem encompassed with armies on all sides, I'm adding that part, surrounded on all sides, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. We're approaching that. We're approaching it quickly. And we have to wake up, people. We have to look at what we're doing. We have to look at what entertains us. We have to look at what feeds us. And most of us, it's the things of this world. And literally, we are going to go to hell in a handbasket if we don't get it together. As a society, as a world, as a humanity. It is just. The Bible also says in the last days it's going to be worse than the days of Noah. Noah worked on that ark, I don't know, maybe 100 years or so. I don't know. The Bible scholars can tell you that. While the town laughed and joked and just married and sinned and did all kinds of horrible things. It's the same stuff we're doing now, except it's a different era, a different age, but it's still the same sins. We need to wake up. Wake up, people. This is real. Jesus is coming back whether you believe in him or not. And he is going to protect Jerusalem, Israel. We don't get to pick and choose who he protects. He is God and he is God alone. That is his choice. The Bible tells us that when he decided that he needed to come to earth through the prophets, as the prophets tell us, he chose a people to come through. That was his choice then, and it's his choice now, whether you like it or not. I want all people to survive. I don't care if they're in Gaza, in Iran, in Iraq, in Israel, in the United States, in South America. I want all people to survive and to go to heaven. And we all should want that. Instead of this stupid hate we got going on. What is it over? We've been fighting wars for centuries. Do you know what it started about? What did it start about? How can you continue to fight something you don't even know what you're fighting about? Because Uncle so-and-so said that Uncle so-and-so and his father said. Grow up. Wake up. We are going to self-destruct even before the Lord arrives. At the rate we're going, get it together. Give your lives to the Lord so you can come out of this false matrix. This is a false matrix. This is an inversion of what heaven really is and what heaven's about. All these things that you think are great here are not. God's kingdom is so much more. And he tells you in his word. And if it weren't true, he wouldn't put it down. Who are we that he should lie to us? Nobody. But filthy rags in his sight. He can't even look at us. We need to wake up. Wake up, people. And this is all out of love. Wake up. And I'm going to do my best to get this out to you. But I have been blocked from downloading my ChatGPT account onto my phone because I refused to turn my computer back on because they took over it the other night as I was getting ready to record my fear message to you guys. So I'm still working on that. I'm still working on 1,000-year reign. They have access to all my stuff. This is real. And I'm sure other people know that this has happened to them, but they've been told that they're imagining things, that nobody's doing anything to them. Yes, they are. And I know that they're doing those to you because they're doing them to me. And I'm not cuckoo. I'm very sane. I'm just very vocal, and they don't like that. Most of these gang stalkers, or whatever they want to call themselves, like it's some badge of honor, are in these organizations, and most of the organizations don't even know they're going on, that this kind of stuff is going on. They're inside people that are paid to hold your mail. My mail's being held. I did a change of address when I moved here. I received the important things, like I got my VA disability letter, that they let that one come through, and my bills, which my bills I've been paying, and they have me locked out of my utility accounts. I cannot access my new utility accounts. I know it sounds crazy, but I can't. I have to do a one-time payment using my credit card. And that's what I've been doing. And I did that, 2 weeks or last week. But I get a notification in my account that my bill is overdue. And it's a lot more than what I just paid. No, it's not. I paid by credit card because I was locked out of my account. So they must have went in it, since they're mirroring my accounts, my computer and stuff like that. They must have went in and canceled the payment behind me. I know it sounds far-fetched, but this stuff is real. It is real. I saw proof that they changed my medical records. From the, I've got a video on my channel entitled My Side of the Story. And I tell how they tried to kill me. Literally. And I filed a police report from the hospital, emergency room. Because I was left there with no identification. They took my identification card with them. They didn't bring my cell phone. They followed the ambulance. They didn't bring my cell phone, my purse, nothing. I was in the midst of cleaning my room. I was doing spring cleaning because I was doing recordings. There's recordings out there from when I first started this channel. I was in the midst of doing that. I had the dingiest looking sweatpants on, bedroom slippers, a rag on my head, and I think my t-shirt was ripped. And that's how I was left at the hospital. Because I kicked them out. It was just horrible. The things that they were doing to me. And these are psychological games. To make you act crazy. Make you look like you're crazy. So when people say that this stuff is going on, listen to them. Listen to people. You might help save somebody's life who otherwise might have been looked to have committed suicide or just died by natural causes. And these are people killing other people, family members. Jesus just said it in his word. It's true. We're in those times, folks. So listen. When somebody tells you something's happening to them, really listen. I'm glad somebody listened to my story. There are people helping me now. And that's why I tell my story. I'm going to continue to tell my story to help save somebody else's life. But I'm going to end this sermon right here. I do love you guys so much. I am intense. I'm not angry. I am not an angry woman, contrary to popular belief, and I'll leave it at that. And we will talk soon.